Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel wherever you are looking at this video. Hi, I'm Ruth Wilson, and today we are going to do the one video that I had promised you guys, and that was the step-by-step tutorial of getting my skin together. We're not going to focus on the eyes today, so the next clip you see, my brows and my eyes are going to be done, and we're just going to get started with the face. And we're going to show you everything from the skincare all the way to the foundation, the concealer, the powder, the highlight, whatever it is that you would have seen in the step-by-step tutorial, but without me talking. That's what you're going to see in this video. So keep on watching if you want to see this step-by-step tutorial. And we're back. Brows are done. A quick little purple look just to match what I'm wearing. So now it is time for us to get into the face. And I'm gonna get started real quick. Just gonna apply this product here. I didn't show y'all this one here, but I don't think it's necessary at this point. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit of Hyaluron Essence water that I had. I got this in a BoxyCharm, almost years ago. It's a long time. Alright, so let's get started. We are going to start with our Dermedic Pore Minimizing Serum. Okay. And next, we are going to get into the Normacne Ultra Moisturizing Soothing Cream. This one is the acne treatment that I showed you guys on the video recently. Remember, my skin has been breaking out. Actually, it's been doing a lot of healing too. So the treatment seems to be working very, very well. This doesn't actually smell like how sweet perfumed this one smells, just to give you a heads up. This one smells like actual just regular cream, just a regular cream without scent, but you can tell that it's cream. And it's not. And finally, we're gonna apply our mattifying moisturizing cream. Now that the skincare aspect is done, let's get this base ready, and we're gonna apply our primer. This one is the Maybelline Master Prime Blur and Pore Minimizing Primer. There's two of them. The other one is Blur and Smooth, but I don't know why I love this one, and I love the way it feels on the skin when it is applied. Literally does exactly what it said it's supposed to do, and it's very, see what color that is. Ooh. This being applied with my skincare literally makes my face feel like it's just smooth and there are no more pores. Look at that. Alright, so now in this step after the primer, I usually would take a powder puff and I would apply a little bit of powder to bring down the shine on the face. But as you can see, there is no shine on the face. You can use a powder that is close to your skin tone. I'm just taking a random powder of my skin tone on a powder puff and just blurring. I'm just blurring any shine that is there. You see what I'm talking about, right? Blurred. Alright, so now it is time for our foundation. And today's foundation is going to be Maybelline Superstay 30 Hour Wear in the shade 355 Coconut. I love this junk. It's amazing. A little goes a long way. It is full coverage, so you don't need a whole lot of it. Don't be wasting your foundation, people, okay? Take our foundation brush and spread that out evenly and apply it to the face. Now, what I would do sometimes, if you can identify the spot on your face that breaks up the fastest, you try to put little to no product on that part, and that part for me is the forehead. I am a very heavy sweater, very heavy sweater, and it usually starts from the forehead. So when my makeup starts to, or if it ever does break apart, which I randomly get these days, like it's not that hot, I guess. But if at the end of the day, makeup is makeup. So if my face ever starts breaking apart at any point in time, it is because I'm just sweating, okay? So we're just gonna go over the foundation brush with the forehead just to make sure that, you know, everything is, it's not too much of complexion, too much of the foundation or anything at all. And this is where, when it comes to concealer, I actually skip that routine on my forehead because it gets worse when it breaks apart. So this is a little quick tip. If there is a place that breaks away the fastest for you, and for me it's my forehead, I put little to no product on that area. I just take a little bit of foundation and put it on the forehead. I skip the concealer routine on the forehead as to why when you guys watch that video you didn't see me put anything there, and it works out pretty good for me. Alright, so now we're going to get into our concealer. As you can see, this one's almost done. Let me tell y'all something about this eraser. This makeup eraser, I remember the first time I used it and I hated it so bad. And I decided, sometimes I like to go back to using my products that I would think that I hate. And then it's like when you go back and you just take a different step as to using it, it ends up working out just perfect, the perfect way that you want it to work. I don't know why that happens all the time, but it does. And now this is GOAT. This is my absolute favorite thing, concealer that I use from Maybelline. It is the eraser, and this one is in the shade Caramel number 144. We're gonna wind this up just a little bit. As you can see, I have little to none that's left, but don't worry, I got like 2 in my drawer because I love this concealer so much. So, time to apply concealer. Yep, I'm 2016 girl, leave me alone. I wish some people who, you know, do these videos about the comparison of 2016 and 2025 with the bold brows and the feathered brows and the little concealer and the full coverage concealer, like, y'all leave us alone, man. I'm leaving this to dry down because that's another real quick tip. Leave us alone. Let us wear our makeup the way we see it fit. For me, I am a go hard or go home. And I don't know for what reason, I get too much oil when I do minimal makeup. So I do not do minimal makeup. I'm not that kind of chick, and I'm never going to be that kind of chick. Give me full coverage anytime, any day. Alright, so I'm going to take my beauty blender. It's very dirty. And we're going to blend this out. So I'm going to start from the bottom. What we're doing is diffusing the edges of the concealer first, and then we're going to blend in. And we start to go up and up and up. And then we're going to go to the pointed part. And we're going to start blending on the inside. Alright, so pro tip number 2. Make your foundation brush your BFF. That is definitely one of the things I have learned from my makeup artist when I was learning how to do makeup. Why? Can you guys see the demarcation marks that I just made with the concealer? Like, you can literally see where the concealer starts. We don't want that. That's where your foundation brush comes into play. So with your foundation brush, without adding any more product, You'll see why I say make it your BFF in a second. But without adding any more product, you just take your foundation brush, or if you use a beauty blender to blend in your foundation, some people are different. I like to use a brush. I'm going to take the brush and I'm going to start to diffuse the edges of those demarcation marks. You see how that demarcation mark is gone? Make this your best friend, okay? Always remember, tip number 3, if you feel like you need to go back and blend some more, that's okay. Blend some more if to your liking, to your satisfaction. At the end of the day, you don't want to go out there with your makeup looking messy and unblended. So blend more if you feel like it is necessary. With that reblending, I basically recreated another demarcation mark, so we gotta, you know.
Aha! This is a double crazy.
Alright, it is now time to set all this creamy base that's going on here. And I'm going to use the Maybelline Long Lasting Fix. It's a banana translucent setting powder. It leaves an all-day matte finish, and I love an all-day matte finish. So before I apply this powder to set my face, here is another pro tip for you. If you are somebody that have, I'm coming close up, this right here, please, for the love of God, reblend, because you do not want to set your concealer with all of this going on. You want to make sure that when you set your concealer that there is little to no creasing going on under your eyes. So again, if you need to go back and blend, please, I beg, for the sake of people who love makeup, go back and blend again. Now, because I do have those creases under my eyes, I am going to reblend. I do not want to set my concealer with a whole bunch of creasing. So this is the proper and appropriate way of setting. You don't just dip into the setting powder on a powder puff and you just go ham. One thing I do love about this powder though is that it doesn't change the color of the concealer that you have on your skin. It's banana, so it has golden undertones, but it does not change the color. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna go on my hand and we're gonna pat some of that off, rub it off, just to even it out first. Then we set. That was so satisfying. Look at that. Look at that. We're gonna take one more little dollop and set the chin. We're basically going around all the parts that we place our concealer. Alright? Now here again is why I told you, make your foundation brush your BFF. Now once again, I applied the powder. And from a distance you can't really see this, but close up I can still see the setting powder demarcation mark. Again, you do not want to see any demarcation mark whatsoever. So I'm just gonna go over those parts just to make sure that the demarcation mark of the powders is gone. And now it is time for us to set the face, and I'm gonna do that with the Superstay. Now I still have the old 16-hour wear. I have the new 30-hour wear, and I am going to use it as soon as this one is done. We can't just jump into stuff like that, okay? So I'm going to use this one. It is a powder foundation, and I'm going to take a bigger powder puff, put it on my finger like that, and we're going to swipe. We don't need a lot. Remember, this is thick. It's a powder foundation. You don't need to. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. And we're just going to tap that in and set the face. If you feel like you need more, go in more, but not. That's not the kind of powder for you to do that, okay? So far, the base is looking flawless. Now, there's a couple other steps that you can completely skip. That's fine. But I'm not going to skip any step. Like I said, go hard or go home. We're still going to go and use this as a contour. I'm going to try my best. Like I said, this is the same 16-hour wear foundation, powder foundation. And I'm just going to go with a little bit just to apply that contour a little bit. So I'm just going to try to like that. I don't want a lot. Hey, that just rhymed. We're gonna go like right here. It's really just there to create shadow. Let me tell y'all something. There's some people who were born with this shadow, like my mom. And I can't believe my genes didn't get it. I'm so mad. I'm jealous. Again, on making your foundation brush your best friend, I'm just showing y'all as an example. If you think that your contouring is a little bit too deep, if you think your blush is blushing a little too much, if you feel your highlight is a little too bright for your liking, just pass your foundation brush over them and see the magic work out for you. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with another powder, but this one here is a bronzer. It's a L'Oreal product. It's a L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Bronzer. It's literally the shade 500 Dark. This is the color of it. I usually use this a little bit to like quote unquote contour, but then I found out recently that bronzing and contouring is not the same thing. So I'm just going to pass this over that a little bit. What I've learned is that bronzer warms up the face and contour creates shadow. So that's why you would just either go with both. Some people would just choose one to go in with and move along their merry way. Okay, we are now going to apply some blush. And down the same L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Wear, I love this blush. It is an orangish pink. I absolutely love it. It's called Fearless Coral. I love the way how orangey undertone blushes look on me, way more than pink. I love red blushes. I don't like hot pink blushes. Them things that can't work for me at all. No. This is a very pigmented blush, so we're not gonna overdo the do. But you'll see if I do overdo the do, again, make your foundation brush your BFF. So we're gonna pat a little bit in there, so we can picked up a lot. So I'm gonna dust some of that off. Look how that is just bringing my cheeks to life. I like to pass this around my nose as well, just to give that rosy nose, rosy cheek kind of thing. Like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I like to take my bronzer and quote unquote contour the nose. I don't want to use this to contour the nose. It's gonna be a little too much. Like for cheekbones, yeah, but for the nose, we're not doing that. So I'm just gonna take my brush and carry that into the brow. There you go. We just created that natural shadow on the nose. So the next step that we're going to go into is highlight. I am a highlight girl. So we're going to take this, and this one here is the Maybelline Master Chrome, and it's in the shade Metallic Gold. Stunning highlight, okay? And we're gonna take this one and take our fan brush, this for here. I'm gonna put some of that on there, on the other side. Look at this. Whew. This white lighting doing justice, baby. Oh my god. I take a little, put it right there. And we're gonna take a more smaller detailed brush, and we're going to highlight the bridge of the nose right in between where I just shadowed it, like contour it. I think that we're mostly finished with the base, so I'm gonna go ahead and just finish up the rest of my eyes. Alright, I can't skip this part. So we're gonna apply these two beautiful shades of Maybelline lipstick, and we're gonna apply Escapist on our outer lip, and on the inside to make our ombre we're gonna apply 125 Inspirer, absolutely beautiful shade of pink. This is not a pink I would ever wear by itself, ever. So I'm gonna apply this one first. And now for the magic. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my god, isn't that beautiful? What I'm seeing in the mirror from what I'm seeing in the camera is just two different things. Oh my god, this is so pretty. Stunning, just stunning. I don't think I need to put a gloss over this. This is gorgeous. This is you don't want to ruin this. I'm not gonna ruin this with a gloss, so whew. Give me a second to wrap this up, and I'm gonna put my lashes on. I'll be right back. And there you have it, the final look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I for sure definitely enjoyed putting this very easy, simple, but amazing look together. If you guys like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure you comment down below what other videos you would like to see me do, and I'll get to it as soon as I can. I'll see you guys in my next video. In the meantime, y'all take really good care of yourselves. Do your makeup and make sure it comes out right, okay? I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.